Hey everybody, it's tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Bethenny Frankel. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Bethenny Frankel, she kind of shocked the Bravo universe. Why did she shock them? Because she hired two powerful lawyers, and they sent over a letter of intent. Didn't put forth a lawsuit yet, but they sent off a letter of intent saying, "We coming for you, Bravo. We coming for you, NBC Universal, because we're sick of the way that you treat reality stars like the bottom of the barrel." In this letter, they claim that you know what? The alcohol, they're serving it up over there, okay? Oh, they're giving them alcohol, depriving them of food. Also, these people can kind of get drunk and they get better scenes out of them. They said these people were subjected to revenge porn, drugs, that the kids over there are doing child labor and don't get paid. Excuse me. They're claiming a lot of things in those letters, and they sent it off in that letter to say pretty much, you know what? Because we putting you on full warning that we're coming for y'all, don't destroy anything. But you know what? When you fire at people, when you fire accusations off, you got to be prepared that they're going to come back at you. And guess what? Page Six found out that just 6 months ago, can you imagine? Just 6 months ago, Bethany Frankel pitched a show to Bravo and NBC Universal. To Bravo and NBC Universal, the people that she's saying is gross tech, the people that she's saying do reality stars dirty, the people that she's saying, you know, they feed the reality stars alcohol, drugs, they revenge porn, they don't pay the kids. She pitched the show to those people. Yes, she did. Not only did she pitch the show, they gave her the green light to go ahead and do the show. Yes, they did. So the question is going to be, did Bethany make sure that those contracts were written up in such a way that those individuals for the show that she pitched wasn't going to be subjected to that same gross tech treatment? Now, here's the problem. And now I'm going to quote Iyanla Vanzant. You know, when your behavior diminishes your message, it's problematic. And in this case, Bethany's behavior is diminishing her message. Now, we're going to get more into this story, guys, right after this. Now, guys, we're going to go right ahead and share this screen and get into this Bethany Frankel story. So, Bethany Frankel pitched a show to Bravo just months before calling it gross tech for treatment of the reality stars, okay? So, why would you pitch a show to a company that you feel is just deplorable? Bethany Frankel recently recruited two power lawyers to her righteous crusade to overthrow Bravo, and they fired off a positively bloodthirsty legal letter to the network alleging that it routinely engages in gross text and mistreatment of reality stars and crew members. Curiously, though, Page Six has learned that a mere 6 months earlier, the very same Bethany Frankel pitched Bravo on a new show of her own, devising that it would follow rich Connecticut families, including a source pointedly noted their children. No, no, Bethany, you didn't pitch a show that was going to exploit the kids again, did you? Or did you make sure when you had their contracts written up that the kids were going to get paid? This is going to be interesting to find out. Perhaps Bravo wasn't as grotesque back in March of 2023 when she pitched the show that they gave the green light for. Or perhaps the skinny girl mogul just thought that those spoiled brats could use some toughening up. Which one was it, Bethenny? Were they horrible back in were they horrible now, but back in March they was okay? Come on, girlfriend, you got to make it make sense. Okay, we're told the former Real Housewives of New York star, who starred in two of her very own spin-offs and a smattering of other shows for NBC Universal, got the go-ahead from the network execs to develop the show, which was set to star Susan Sarandon's daughter, the actress slash blogger Eva Amora. Okay, or Amari. But we hear there was some kind of bust up between Frankel and the production company that she was working with, and the project was shelved. Though Bravo remained interested in the comings and goings of Westport's most delectable residents. Okay, that's the posh, very expensive, ritzy area of Connecticut. And yeah, Bravo wanted that, and they felt like, oh, if Bethenny could bring these people to us, why not? But like I said, it's going to be extremely interesting to find out how those contracts were written up. Okay, because again, Bethenny, your behavior diminishes your message when just 6 months ago you had your own show that you was working on for the very company that you now are saying are so horrific and horrible. Now she looks just like her mom. That's Susan Sarandon's daughter, her husband, and their child. Okay, his son. So as the SAG and WGA strikes kicked off earlier this summer, Frankel began calling for an industry action. Hollywood is on strike. Entertainers are fighting for residues, and no one will promote anything. Why isn't reality TV on strike? She said in the social media video. So before I continue on, this is what Bravo is going to end up doing. I'm thinking if they push this lawsuit forward, um, best interest on both parties, they may end up settling out of court. But because if they don't, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly because every reality star that is coming up against them in this lawsuit, they're going to be digging for dirt. Okay, they're going to be digging for dirt because if you throwing dirt on my name, then I'm going to go find some dirt on your name because that's how these lawsuits go, right? And when they dig up the dirt, they're going to start saying things like, just like this show that Bethenny had. Oh, so when it no longer benefits you, you feel like Bravo and NBC Universal was horrific, horrible. But when, as long as it benefited you, you was okay with the mistreatment. You was okay with exploiting the kids. You was okay with the alcohol. You was okay with the drugs. But the minute it no longer benefits you in your pockets, all of a sudden you got a moral compass, and now you're like, this is wrong. How is it that 6 months before this letter you fire off, Bethenny, we find out that you had a show in the works? You had a show at the very place that you're saying is so horrible. I'm telling you, this is going to get ugly, okay? And this is from previously added that unscripted talent, aka reality stars, should have a union or simply be treated fairly and valued. And listen, no matter where you work, absolutely. You should be treated fairly. You should be treated with some value. And listen, do I think the unscripted TV stars should start their own union? Well, absolutely yes. Why not? But do I think it's going to get them what they really looking for? I don't know. Because when it comes to fair pay, you have to negotiate fair pay. Two of us could be going to a movie set to be in a movie. Okay, you could be the star, I could be the co-star, and there will be a huge difference in pay if your agent negotiated millions of dollars and my agent said, oh shit, Diva do it for 800,000. After the fact, I can't get pissed off and mad if I find out that there are some people that have less lines than me, they're getting millions and I'm only getting 800,000, and that's what my agent negotiated. You got to fight for your right. and for your fair pay at the beginning. You can't get mad if one person on the set is getting 13 million and you're getting 2 million and the other person is getting $500,000. Now, it's a difference if you sat there and you tried to fight for millions and they claim it wasn't in the budget and they said we can only give you 800,000, and then later on you find out, well, that one got 10 million, this one got 8 million. Y'all played me out. A little bit different in my mind. So later on, her lawyers who successfully represented Gabrielle Union against NBC Universal, joined the campaign, sending a litigation hold letter to the company's general counsel, promising that a day of reckoning is coming because of the sordid and dark underbelly of Bravo's behavior. Okay, and NBC Universal rep responded, telling a Hollywood Reporter, NBC Universal is committed to maintaining a safe and respectful workplace for cast and crew on reality shows and outlining some of its welfare practices. Of the Frankel show, a Bravo rep told us, we do not comment on shows that were potentially in development. Please reach out to Bethenny's rep. Frankel's rep declined to comment. Oh, yeah, your rep declined to comment. Now, listen, most of the time they decline to comment in these particular stories like that. But of course, your rep declined to comment because what could be your excuse for the fact that in March you had your own show in the works with Bravo, but then here it comes later in the summer, you're like they're the worst thing that ever happened to TV on the face of this earth. Make it make sense, people. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. I'm telling you, in my opinion, every person that is part of this legal letter or who may join Bethenny in this lawsuit, or they're going to dig up in the crevices and get every little piece of information they can against that person. And the main thing they're going to say is, I believe, part of the main things, the alcohol was there, but did we force it down your throat? Maybe the illegal substances was there. Now, I don't know if they're going to admit to that, but if they were there, did we force it down your throat? Or however you take them, whatever the case may be. Okay, yeah, maybe the sex was running rampant, but did we force you to engage? Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, and everybody else, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. What do you think about this new revelation that Bethenny Frankel had a show in the works just a few months before her firing off this legal letter to Bravo? Talk to me, guys. I'll see you on the next video.